So everybody wants reparations. Reparations, okay? And Elizabeth Warren has now decided that she is including gay and lesbian couples that are going to go on the list of reparations, that deserve reparations. What about sports fans that bought season tickets for years, Josh, and they never watched their team get a championship? Shouldn't they? Maybe they should be reimbursed. I mean, they bought all the gear, they wear the uniforms, they wear the hats, right? I mean, I don't know. Where does this end? So, all right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, let's go quickly through some things because we're almost done for the day. So, and this is just as important. I don't have 3 hours. Rush Limbaugh said Thursday, after the ABC clip, that Joe Biden's done. Plugs, as he calls him, is over. Creepy Uncle Joe, 76 years old. Now, there's two things I want you to pay attention to. I don't know if he's done because of that story. I don't think Joe can handle a campaign. If you take the time and bore you, I did. I took the time. And I watched most of the 20 speeches, because they were like 6-7 minutes apiece, from the candidates at the DNC convention, okay? South Carolina convention. And there's two takeaways. Number one, it was embarrassing to watch that many white people get up on stage and try the black accent. I told you that, okay? They tried the black accent. South Carolina. No, it doesn't work. They were so white this past weekend. I'm wondering what black South Carolina Democrats thought. And let me tell you what I really thought. Tell me what you really think. Here you go. I'm wondering, like, the 70-year-old white Democrats from South Carolina. The ones that voted for the Democrats Joe Biden speaks of in South Carolina, okay? The ones that showed up and voted for those Democrats, the ones that voted for John Fitzgerald Kennedy for president. I'm wondering what those Democrats, the ones that voted for Jimmy Carter, I'm wondering what those Democrats in the room in South Carolina are thinking. Do you realize, let me say this, correct me where I'm wrong, which may be tough on this one. 23 Democrat candidates. Do you realize the South has none of those? Why, Castro's from Texas. No. Well, Francis O'Rourke. Beto, he's from Texas. No. We will get into where they're from, okay? Let's look at 34. Let's see. Buttigieg, Indiana. Biden, Delaware. Bernie Sanders wants to give. I think Bernie should retire and be a conductor. Next up, the Bernie Sanders Orchestra. Margaret, I tell you, if I'm elected, Wall Street will pay. They will pay. I'm telling you, they will pay. Wall Street will pay the $1.6 trillion to take away all the debt. I mean all the debt of student loans. Wall Street. Yeah, that's Bernie Sanders should be a conductor. Anyhow, so there's Kamala Harris, California, Kirsten Gillibrand, New York, Michael Bennett, Eric Swewall, California. Not seeing any true blue Southern boys. I don't see anybody there with a four-wheel drive, a gun rack, and a little mud on the tires from Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama. No. They have no candidates. Maybe not even Florida? Okay, let's go to the next one. Night one. Let's go to one. Go there. 35. Well, there's de Blasio. De Blasio was friggin' hilarious. I mean, he went, my brother, he went to the mic. You know, I married a black woman. I swear to God, don't get mad at me. Why does everybody, it was hilarious. I watched it. If you didn't watch it, why are you mad at me? So Tim Ryan, Ohio. Julio Castro, he is from Texas. Texas. Cory Booker, token brother, that he had to take that all on his own. I mean, he's from Newark, New Jersey. Yeah, I saw this guy. He was in The Sopranos. He said, "Boy, come over here. Come here, boy." That was so hurtful. Sorry. Elizabeth Warren, Massachusetts. Francis Texas. He's from Texas. Amy, Minnesota. Gabbert, Hawaii. Inslee, Washington State. John Delaney. I'm not finding anybody from South Carolina. Do you realize 23, they paraded 23, and out of 23, let's just call 20 of them as white as they can get, some white-ass people come across that state, New Yorkers, everybody. Hillary Clinton did a better job pretending she was from Arkansas. I swear to God, she did a better job in South Carolina with her southern accent. I was First Lady of Arkansas. I was like, what do these people think? 23 went through. And yes, they care about South Carolina. Now, they know they're not going to turn it. Where's the Georgia? Where is the Mississippi? Let's just go with Arkansas. Florida. Let's see. There's got to be somebody in that 23 from Florida. There you go. Just think it out as you look at it. Now, Joe Biden has so much to do on day one. He really does. Okay? Here he is, Joe. So Joe's there, and let me say this real quick. Joe's talking. If you go back and you listen to the Al Sharpton interview with Joe, Joe's explaining how we need, on day one, he's going to fix it to where we get black men and women out of jail. Joe, your people put them in there. Yeah. Clinton, Al Gore, you, Democrats, you guys rounded them brothers up. Now, you want to talk, this is hilarious. This cracks my ass up. You want to talk about rounding up a couple thousand people that did not return for their asylum hearings in this country with ICE, and everybody's freaking out. We're not going to get into that right now. How about how many brothers you went through inner cities and rounded up, Joe? You're the one rounding them up. Al Sharpton sitting there listening. Look, you put that chin down. Al got glasses on now. I'm an educated black man. Now, I used to be a radical black man, but now they taught me how to sit and look at the camera to where I look like an educated black man. What the hell is wrong with this damn country? So, Joe, you were part of the roundup. Oh, it just cracked. Tell me it doesn't crack your ass up. When they're talking about a couple thousand people that were going to round up with ICE over the weekend, start a raid for people that did not return for their asylum hearings. Oh, hell. They went through and rounded up every brother that didn't return for their bond hearing. It's hilarious as can be. They slammed them in jails all across the United States. Then the Democrats went, they all worked together. Democrats and Republicans, they worked hand in hand. So Bill Clinton, he made your streets safer. He put cops on the streets. Rounded the brothers up. Where did they put them? They put them in the privately owned prisons for profit that they built for their friends to put the black people in. Holy mackerel. Do you not catch on? It's hilarious. It's like watching, like, you people are not in check with reality. So now Joe Biden, on day one, he's got a list a mile long. On day one, he's going to roll back Trump's taxes. Oh, they're all gone. All your the Trump tax breaks are over day one. Now, on day one, he's going to let the brothers out. He's just going to open it up. He's bringing the black men and women out of prison that have been, judged wrongly. Oh my God, it's unreal to hear what they're saying. And then he's going to, where is it at? I wrote it down there. A new ethics rule. After the ABC, when I'm elected, the ABC story with his son, Hunter Biden, when I'm elected, there'll be a new ethics rule. What will be the ethics rule? Will foreign governments not be able to set up, bank accounts in the Cayman Islands, and you have your kids set up a bank account and put money in them? We'll go into that later. So Joe is going to be busy. Now, the debate. So Trump is going to manipulate this debate like you have never seen. Iran, they're all going to be asked. Flip to the other one. That's night one. So let's go to night one. You see who's on there, okay? That's night one. You see Warren, okay, O'Rourke, Corey, the one black candidate. That's night one. Go to night two. Night two, okay, in this sequel, Buttigieg, which he's got a problem back home. There was black people screaming at him back home. And you got Bernie and Joe side by side, and you got Carmel Apple and Kristen, I'll do anything for a campaign donation, Gillibrand. So anyhow, Trump is going to manipulate this whole entire debate. The media is trying to stop that. They catch on. So Iran, that is going to be a big question. Everybody should get asked. You're going to see what's happening here. The biggest deep state exposure will be this debate. The second, okay, if you cannot convince your friends and neighbors that the deep state is in the pocket of the Democrats, all right, and they're working together with the media, the deep state media, there's no chance for your friends. You got to get away from these people, because these two nights right here will be the final exposure that you should need to convince your friends there's something bad wrong, okay? Cheesecake or apple pie? I tell you, Wall Street will buy cheesecake for everybody. What the hell? Hey, I shouldn't have done that. I know, that was bad. But anyhow, this is what will happen. Now, the second thing, you're going to find out if Joe's going to survive. Now, Rush, I love you, man. I'm not 100% that he's done. You'll find out if Joe's going to survive. And I'll tell you another thing. I told you earlier, and I didn't stay with it. I should have. Go watch the 12 minutes of Joe Biden in South Carolina. Now, you want to talk about bumbling, can't pronounce things? Me? The king of double negatives. Don't know where the verb's supposed to go. Me, bada bing, bada boom. Man, you got to watch Joe Biden. He stumbles so much. There'll be no way that this guy could go a 90-minute debate with Donald Trump. If he becomes the nominee and he has to go out on the campaign trail and he has to spend 25, 30 minutes, he can't do it. He is bumbling so bad. Pronunciations, words. He's bumbling so bad he can't even do 12 minutes. Go watch it, okay? Slurring his speech. I'm not trying to make fun of him. He's 76 years old. Check him out. That's number one. Number two, we're going to find out if he's going to survive after this. If the deep state media circle around him, okay? If they circle around him and support him, and I mean all those candidates, if nobody leverages the attack, remember Bernie Sanders, okay? I don't want to hear another damn thing about Hillary's emails. Well, Bernie, you just gave away that you're totally in the tank just selling books, manipulating kids' heads. Hey, man, I'm going to give you a free ice cream cone. I'm a drug dealer. Kid, come here. You buy my book. You buy my book, I will make all your financial issues with your school loans go away. You got it? That's all he's doing. Bernie Sanders is doing nothing more but creating another. This is a book tour. There'll be another book. He'll get another couple $1 million. He's done, all right? And then he will be able to say, the poor Jew from Brooklyn. Do you not know this guy? I understand. If you don't know very much about Brooklyn, New York, you have your rich Jews and you have your poor Jews. If you go to Brooklyn, New York, you will see very poor Jews. You might think, well, I don't like the way you're putting that. It's bottom line, okay? Bernie Sanders was a very poor Jew. He grew up a very poor Jew in Brooklyn. It's a fact. It happens. If he gets in one more book deal, he can go around and say, I'm not the poor little Jew in Brooklyn anymore. That's done. So, here's what we have. This is what they're going for. Now, I want to set this up for a reason, okay? Now, here are the two that slip sliding into hell. And I'm going to tell this. Let's change the subject, but this is what they're doing. They're setting this up for Wednesday night or whatever. Number 8. Lawyers mitigate children held in dirty conditions. Okay? Number 10. Lawyers mitigate children being held in without soap, toothbrushes, at overcrowded detention centers. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Lawyers, migrant children on a roll. Josh, thanks for pulling me back from the edge. Okay. Lawyers, migrant children are being held without soap, toothbrushes, at overcrowded detention centers. Thank you, because I'm on a roll here. So, wonder if the black people that Biden and his friends rounded up, if they got soap, toothbrushes in overcrowded prisons. Wonder if there's as much concern about the black men and women in this country that have been in overcrowded prisons, state, county, federal prisons. If they didn't have enough soap, or if they didn't get their toothbrush when they checked in, or they had a little lice problem. Wonder. Now, let me tell you this, okay? This is funny. Not ha-ha funny. Not ha-ha. This is funny. So, at FetcherNews.com, we had a reporter, let me tell you this is a true story. We had a reporter write a story about a county in North Georgia. We'll leave it at that. And the reporter wrote about the opiate crisis in the area, okay, in that particular area. And how many emergency room visits and the crisis in the area with opiate addiction, okay? Overdoses, everything. So I pick up the phone, and I will for anybody. 706, let's throw the number up. I want to stay with the two there. You can come back to that picture, but let's throw the number up. There you go. You can pick up. So I pick up the phone. Somebody calls that number. Go back to them. And I pick up the phone, and there's a business owner. Now listen to this, okay? I want you to listen to this, okay? So there's a business owner in that area that says, hey, I need to talk to you about a story your reporter wrote in our area. Okay, I'm listening. It made us look very bad. Okay, I'm listening. Yes, as a business owner, and this individual said, as a business owner, it makes our area look very bad. I'm concerned about visitors wanting to come here. I'm concerned about people wanting to move here. I really think your reporting is a black eye on our community. So I said, okay, so I listen. Now, will you believe it or not, people call me up and they got something, have something to say. I listen. So I listen. Then I say, okay, can I ask you a question? Did you find the article concerning opiate addiction and overdoses in your area true or false? Oh, no. It's true. I mean, I feel pretty well. So the reporter that wrote the article in the area where you have a business wrote an accurate article. I I would bet it's true, and I think it's right, and I think we have a serious problem. Okay. But your concern is how it made you look as a business owner in that area. How it made you concerned you may lose business in that area. That's what your concern was. Not how to eradicate the problem, what to do about the problem, and whether we have a crisis in this country. Are you getting what I'm saying? The phone call was about the truth of a crisis. Now, they're talking. Now, let me go through this. I watched this morning, okay? That's number 10. Let's go to number 11. I'll get this right, Josh. I'm on a roll. But lawyers, migrant children are being held without soap, toothbrush. I mean, they're having a major discussion. Now, why don't these rich people bring them in their homes? Then we have, let me see if I can get another one here. Number 22. Now, I'm not going to play the video, but here's the lawyer. Migrant children are being held without soap, toothbrushes at overcrowded detention centers. Okay. Number 23, Jake Tapper, looking at Mike Pence. Justice Department. Lawyer suggests toothbrush, soap, and blanket not needed for safe and sanitary migrant facilities. Number 24, it's all over. They're trying to set the narrative for Wednesday night. None of them want asked about Iran. None of them want asked about the crisis on the border. None of them want asked, was the crisis real in 2018? Was Trump correct? No one wants to answer any of those questions. No one wants to answer, was Trump correct when he said he was going to put tariffs on Mexico? All right? Not a one of those questions do they want to ask, answer. They don't want to answer any of this. So they're trying to switch the narrative. Detained migrant children got no toothbrush, no soap, no sleep. No sleep. It's no problem, government argues. Number 24. Number 25 from the New Yorker. Inside Texas building where government is holding immigrant children. The conditions the lawyer found were shocking. Flu and lice outbreaks were going untreated, and children were filthy, sleeping on cold floors and taking care of each other because of lack of attention from guards. Some of them had been in the facility for weeks. Lack of attention is due to the fact that we are taking them away from the people that are fraudulently saying hey, those are my kids. No, they're not. Those aren't your kids. We're having to they never talk in this right here about the percentage of kids that they're bringing across that don't belong to these men or women. They're just trying to get in. And now we have to take care of them. See if I have something else here. Okay, let me tell you this. Let me say what I want to say on this. We have a crisis across this country in every center city. In every center city in the United States of America, you have pockets of people that have lice. You have pockets of people that have no soap, no running water. You have pockets of people where there's little children walking, and I listen to these people. Why, there's children walking and their diaper hasn't been changed and it's sagging. Okay? Well, I'll tell you what. You've never seen a saggy diaper in America? I tell you how to fix it. Let's go down there and fill their bottles with Mountain Dew, damn it. Yeah, that's what we'll do. You never see a child running around with a bottle of Mountain Dew? You know, I think it's sad that these kids are coming into this country. And I think it's sad that Mexico lets them travel all the way across there. All the way across. Doesn't provide them a shower. Doesn't delouse them. Is that what you say? Is it, getting rid of the lice? Soap them down. I think it's sad. I think it's sad that they get no medical attention whatsoever in Mexico. I think it's sad that they have the flu, lice, no medical attention, saggy diapers, not clean, no soap, no toothbrush. I think it's sad the minute they come across the Guatemalan border, damn it, into Mexico, that the Mexicans aren't standing there with a bar of soap, a toothbrush, and soaping them down to kill the lice. I think it's sad as hell. I think it's sad that they can't get a damn shower. I do. Now they come to this country, and we got to fight over it in Washington, D.C. We got some plastic-faced 80-some-year-old woman, all right, Nancy Pelosi, with guards and gates all around her house. They want to come out and tell me, you damn white people, elites, all of you, from the media. This woman says this morning, I have a 2.5-year-old, and I just think about it. What the hell? Boom! You and your 2.5-year-old, and you think about it. Really nice. 2.5-year-old probably has a nanny, right? Wonder if nanny is legal, or whoever is washing the diapers that your 2.5-year-old is. Boom! In. Holy mackerel, you damn people. Kids sleeping on the floor. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something right now. Do you realize how many of these extended stays in America, the conditions, have you realized how many of these hotels in America? I ain't talking about Marriott. I ain't talking about Courtyard by Marriott. I'm not talking about the one that has the business section where you can, hold your meetings. I'm talking go up and down the interstate of the United States of America and look at these, these weekly payday hotels. And you go look in these hotels and see how many kids and families are shoved in them. That's exactly right. That's living in these. Why, no, I came to North Georgia. I brought my money and my Mercedes and I went back in the woods and I built my home and I'm isolated from it. So, hey, sorry. Hey, I get it. It's okay. I'm glad I'm with you. But don't bury your head in the sand of the real problem out here in this country and let the deep state media try to convince you that we can't give kids a toothbrush. Let me tell you something. Maybe we should put them in prison where they can get a shower. Put them in the cages. Put them in prison. They will get checked in. They'll get little yellow orange jumpsuits. They will get showers. They will get flip-flops. They get flip-flops too. And then they'll get soap. And then they all delice, right? Whatever it is. Delouse or whatever it is. The prisoners. There you go. It's disgusting what they're doing. It's disgusting what they're doing. They are pieces of garbage, these people. All right. So reparations for the gays. Just saying. Okay. Here is, I don't have time to go back to any video. Roy Moore is going to run in Alabama. Roy Moore, the controversial judge, former judge, who lost the Senate seat in Ruby Red, Alabama after 3 women alleged he sexually abused them when they were teenagers decades ago, says he's going to give politics one more chance. Roy, you and the damn horse you rode in on. All right, so, and supposedly Beauregard might run again. Let me go. I got some quick pictures I want to go to. I got to get out of here because it's time for Instant Replay with Lauren Hunter, which can't say enough about her stepping in and the way her and Josh handled and all of our guests Friday. But let me go through this because I don't want to forget. I got all worked up over that last one. I probably shouldn't have. Wait till this week. You'll see what happens. There it is. Let's go to number 2. And you wonder why Pete Buttigieg is not doing well with the black community? Is that a phony look of get me the hell out of here away from this black guy? Here's number 3. Here's Al Sharpton telling Bernie, I just met with that kid Buttigieg. What's wrong with him, Bernie, man? He doesn't get it. You pay me the right money, I will be fine. Let me make sure I haven't forgotten anything. There is something I wanted to... Yeah, number 12. Concentration camp controversy. I mean, I know everybody loves to follow this girl around and hear the dumb crap she says. Number 13, EPA rolls back Obama-era restrictions on coal plants. All right. States, they're going nuts over that. Here's one. Number 17. If your publisher wants to sell books and you live in New York City, you tell people that Trump raped you in a dressing room in a department store. Woman alleged Trump sexually assaulted her in the 90s. Number 18. Trump says, number 19, hell no, it didn't happen. And hold on. So MSNBC thinks it's time to do a story. And then you've got, where's the money coming from? 29. I want to talk about this tomorrow because I said this, I made comments on this yesterday driving back. Sanders to announce plan to cancel $1.6 trillion of student debt. Plans go further than proposed from Elizabeth Warren. He is going to put a per trade tax on Wall Street. You see his hands there? I tell you, Margaret, I'm going to get rid of all of the debt to the kids in America. I'm your host, BKP. Do not go away. It is time for Instant Replay with Lauren Hunter. I am so glad to be back. It's all a setup, folks. Every bit of it's a setup for the debate this week. The deep state media has set up everything for the debate. The ABC story and the Joe Biden working with segregationists at the same time. For some reason, one's trying to cover the other one up, but we won't let it cover up. And David Murr for ABC says there's a lot more questions. I'm your host. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Go to Facebook, Team FYN Sports, Facebook page, Team FYN Sports, Facebook page. And Josh and Lauren Hunter are getting ready for Instant Replay. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Take us out here, Josh.